Alright, let's dive into something that's been buzzing in the Marvel fandom lately, Rosario Dawson's cut scene from Spider-Man, Brand New Day. Now, before we get into the nitty-gritty, let me just say this: personally, I think this whole situation is a fascinating peek into how Hollywood decisions can ripple through not just the industry, but also the lives of the people involved. It's not just about a scene being cut, it's about the emotional weight behind it, especially for someone like Rosario Dawson, who has such a personal connection to the character and the world of Spider-Man. So, here's the deal: Rosario Dawson filmed a cameo as Claire Temple, the nurse from the Marvel Netflix shows, for Brand New Day. But the scene didn't make the final cut. Now, what makes this really interesting is the context. Dawson's uncle, Gustavo "Gus" Vasquez, was a comic book artist, and she grew up sharing a love for Spider-Man with him. When she found out her scene was cut, her mom's reaction was priceless: "That sucks. Now I can't post the pictures." And honestly, that hits home. It's not just about the missed opportunity to be in a massive film, it's about the personal moments, like Dawson's grandson dressed up as Spider-Man, ready for her big reveal, that get lost in the shuffle. It's a reminder that behind every cut scene, there's a human story. Now, let's talk about why Claire Temple's cameo would have made sense. Claire was the connective tissue in the Netflix Marvel shows, patching up heroes like Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, and Iron Fist. She was the grounded, compassionate presence in a gritty, street-level world. And here's where it gets intriguing: Brand New Day already features Jon Bernthal's Punisher, another character from the Netflix universe. Imagine if Claire had been there, not just as a nod to fans, but as a logical bridge between these worlds. One thing that immediately stands out is how her presence could have solved a plot hole in the movie. When Spider-Man gets shot by Punisher and is taken to the hospital, there's this awkward moment where the doctors somehow don't remove his mask. Claire, with her experience handling superpowered vigilantes, could have been the one to ensure his identity stayed secret. It's a detail I find fascinating because it shows how a small cameo could have had a big impact on the story. But let's take a step back and think about it: why was the scene cut in the first place? Brand New Day is already packed with cameos and plotlines, and sometimes, tough decisions have to be made for the sake of pacing or focus. What this really suggests is that even in a massive, record-breaking film, there's only so much room for fan service. And while it's disappointing for Dawson and fans of Claire Temple, it's also a reality of filmmaking. What many people don't realize is that these cuts aren't personal, they are strategic. But that doesn't make the sting any less real. From my perspective, this situation raises a deeper question: how do we balance fan expectations with creative vision? Marvel has this incredible multiverse of characters, and fans want to see them all interact. But is that always feasible, or even desirable? Personally, I think there's a sweet spot between satisfying fans and telling a cohesive story. Claire Temple's cameo could have been that sweet spot, but it wasn't meant to be, at least not this time. What's encouraging, though, is that Marvel Studios seems open to bringing back Netflix characters. So, while Dawson missed out on Brand New Day, there's hope for the future. And honestly, that's what makes this whole situation feel less like a loss and more like a to be continued. It's a reminder that in the ever-expanding Marvel universe, no character is ever truly gone, they are just waiting for the right moment to return. So, here's my closing thought: while Rosario Dawson's cut scene is a bummer, it's also a testament to the passion and personal connections that make Marvel stories so special. It's not just about the characters on screen, it's about the people behind them, and the fans who care so deeply. And who knows? Maybe one day we'll see Claire Temple back in action, bridging worlds and healing heroes once again. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below.